We continue to track Tropical Storm Hermine this morning, which is likely to become a hurricane just before making landfall this evening in the Big Bend part of Florida, or even over into the Florida Panhandle here. And here's a look at Hermine as it slowly gets more organized and actually has begun to speed up a bit now to the north-northeast, making that track up toward North Florida, the center of the storm, somewhere in this general vicinity here. It's a little bit difficult to pick out right now, but this is the general direction it's headed. The reason it may intensify into a hurricane just before making landfall is there's some things going on in the environment right up here that will allow it to strengthen very, very quickly just as it gets near the coast. There's going to be a lot of things going on the upper levels of the atmosphere that will allow it to grow pretty quickly and strengthen quickly just as it comes close to this part of Florida. So that's why the Hurricane Center now has that in the track, with a Category 1 hurricane making landfall later this evening and overnight tonight, moving up into southern Georgia. In fact, it could still be a hurricane when it moves into southern Georgia overnight tonight, and then it jets up throughout the day tomorrow through the Carolinas, eventually moving offshore of North Carolina by early Saturday morning. But it could still curve back a little bit and impact a good chunk of the East Coast, Mid-Atlantic states right through the holiday weekend. This is a mess for the Labor Day holiday weekend. And look at this. I want to show you the watches and warnings in effect. So this is the hurricane warning in effect right around Port St. Joe, and it extends all the way down to just north of Cedar Key here. Here's Horseshoe Beach. So that's the hurricane warning. That's where the most likely area of landfall will be later on this evening. The tropical storm warning extends all the way up into southern Georgia here. Look all the way down here, all the way in, almost inland there, a good chunk of inland to Florida. And then the tropical storm watch extends all the way up into North Carolina, but in blue here, you see dotted throughout, these are all tropical storm warnings, and that's because tropical storm conditions are possible in all these locations near the coast as Hermine moves up the coast. Look at that, all the way up to Wilmington, North Carolina, with the potential for tropical storm conditions. Take a look at this. We've got a few showers around this morning. Not a lot of rainfall, and we're not expecting as much rainfall as the past couple of days as Hermine moves to the north of us, but we still have a chance for some rain. Stewart getting some showers right now. We've got a pretty good sized thunderstorm just off of Riviera Beach and Palm Beach, and more rainfall expected to lift from southwest to northeast today, although Vipercast doesn't have a lot. I don't completely agree with Vipercast right now because it shows very little rainfall throughout the entire day, and I do think we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms today, and also some breaks of sunshine here and there. Small craft caution though for boaters. South winds 10 to 20 knots and seas 2 to 4 feet. High temperatures today pretty close to 90. Some upper 80s here and there, and that 40% chance for showers and thunderstorms and windy conditions, winds out of the south-southwest. Tomorrow, a 40% chance for rain with less wind, and it's going to be hotter, highs in the low 90s. As we get into Saturday and Sunday and Labor Day, highs in the low 90s, hot and humid conditions, rain chances only about 30%. As we get into the weekend, that's not bad at all. So a good-looking holiday weekend. Rain chances stay low through most of next week.